everybody. Custom mics here. I hope you can hear me okay. I've been thrashing on this car today, and just want to tell you a little bit about it. One of the things I saved for this car a long time ago when Torgny was here, actually, he bought a 59 T-Bird, and when he was done cutting up what he needed off of it, he left it for me to take to the scrapper, and I couldn't take it to the scrapper without taking some of the stuff off of it, so I took the interior out of it, and the center console, and the floor with a tunnel, because I knew I was going to put an IROC Z28 V8 automatic combo in this poor thing, and I needed a much bigger tunnel, because I'm also moving the motor way back. I got almost 50-50 weight balance on it. But today I've been cutting down, and I know on a lot of reality TV shows and stuff like that, they're always showing a nice clean garage, and you know, everybody's cleaned up and looking pretty and all that, but that's not really what happens when you're kind of doing stuff that you're not really sure how to do or how it's going to work and what you're going to end up with. And a lot of times too, it's kind of, you got to use what you have, you know, do the best you can with what you got. And that's kind of what I'm struggling with a little bit today. We've been cutting down that floor to next to nothing now. It's just a tunnel and a cross member basically right now. But I got the T-Bird front seat in it on the driver or on the passenger side, and I realized that T-Bird seat is so heavy and only have front to rear adjustment, and it's not that comfortable, and it will look good, but I went and I had actually a set of later model nicer seat with 8-way power and lumbar support and knee support and bolsters and all kinds of other stuff, and that I bought for next to nothing, and I put that in on the driver's side, and now I'm conflicted because now I'm not styling the right direction or going with the theme, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I got, I think. So, but I just want to show you a little bit of what's happening when I'm going through this stuff. So, coming out. And let me switch off here and put the mic on so you can hear me a little bit better. Hope you guys are doing good. April's asking what year it is. It's actually a 1964 Volvo 122S wagon. I'm sorry if I missed any of the other questions or comments, but yeah, today this is kind of the mess I've been going on. I already thrown some of the stuff out. A rolling thing like this is nice to throw up a huge floor on, and the center console. It literally was almost 6 feet long when I started, and the full width of the car. It's interesting to note that, and I don't know if I've said that before, but the interior, if you look at this car right here, when you look at the doors from this part right here to the other side of the car, over there, let me go up a little more, to that over there, a 59 T-Bird and a Volvo is within half an inch of each other, and the seats actually fit inside this car. It is a little snug because the center console and the floor is a little bit wider than the Volvo's. But there you can see the center console or the floor. I've cut that down so now it fits over the tranny, and it fits relatively well in the back. I still got to come down probably about another inch or so. That will give me a little bit more headroom, so to say. But I was going to use the T-Bird seats, but they are so uncomfortable and they're so heavy. And I can get, like I said before, I can get an 8-way power seat with power lumbar and all the other happy stuff for less weight and much more comfort. So, you know, I know it's a high back, and I know I'm not supposed to, but what I might do is cut down the high back portion. We'll see how it goes. And obviously I'm going to have to shorten the console a little bit to make it work there. But that creates room in here that I can actually put, obviously the computer's not here right now, but the computer and everything for running the IROC C28 TPI motor will then fit under here, and I can easily access it if I need to. And but I'm actually kind of excited. This gives me a good place to start. An interesting thing too, we tore out the back seat and the big X that was in there. And actually the back seats, I've actually slimmed them down to just the structure itself with the hinges and all the other happy stuff that bolts to the Volvo floor. And I'm going to use the T-Bird back seat. It'll bolt right to this, and that way I can retain the folding function of the back seat, so I can still get a 4x8 sheet back in here, because that's kind of important too. So anyhow, but we've been tinkering with that, and we've been tinkering with the 40. I got the axle back in, it's fully rebuilt, and we got new brake lines, new fuel lines, and all new brake stuff going in. This is a Survivor, like we said before, and you know, we've been working on. Actually, one of the upgrades we're doing is what do you call it? Newport Engineering electric windshield wiper, but most of the other stuff is bone stock on this one, including wiring. So we've had a little progress on that too, but you know, reality TV doesn't show this part, you know. But anyhow, and then Scott's been working both on getting this stuff ready, so we talked about it a little bit before, but he also worked on the outline of the beginning of what we're going to do for the headlights. And they're pretty damn close right now. We're going to trim this back up peel to match the contours that he's done, and then tack them in place, and then this will continue into about here. It will fade away to nothing. And this will be the bridge for the cover that's going to go on top. So, and also he's been working on lining stuff up. It's a lot of work, but he's also been fully, what do you call it? He's been so busy with his work. He's been doing 12-hour days, lots of overtime, and he just comes home, eats, sleep, and go back to work. So he hasn't had too much chance. So we also put a bunch of stuff. I cut a firewall out. I'm not going to show that right now because I got everything up there, but there's a lot of little things going on. We've been working a lot on John's little VW too, which we'll show later. But I think this will be pretty cool. 8-way power seat and all the other happy good stuff. And then there'll be actually the T-Bird floor. One of the things I really liked about the T-Bird floor is the cross member that actually is part of the whole floor and tunnel. And since I've cut the floor and I've cut a couple of cross members, I wanted this guy inside the car, not only for structural support on side impacts, but to help with the structural compromise that I've done to put the tranny in there too. And then this gives me a base to build a new firewall from around the 350 or the IROC C28 TPI and 700 R4. It's going to make these tires scream like they've been flogged to death. I'm going to keep the 195s because that way I won't break the axle too soon. So anyhow, that's a little bit what we got going today, or what we have been doing. So I just want to say I miss everybody. I miss the car shows. I miss doing this stuff for you guys. So I figured this is better than nothing right now. Juan has been working on some of his food movies and stuff like that. That he's going to post later on too, both in Spanish and in multi-language. And but you know, we're home, we're tinkering, and we're safe, and I hope the same with all of you. Like I said, I just miss you all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Stay healthy and safe, and we'll see you down the road in the car show, hopefully with this thing rolling one of these days. Anyway, thanks for hanging at Custom Mics. Love you all. See ya.